My college sorority is different, in war and in love. O first woman on earth, be also the last before. Humanity bows to my power. It's time for a ruler, stronger than your god and wiser than your demons. Aren't you tired of fighting? Your cursed immortality? Don't you want to rest? I'll give you a grave, to be reborn no more, and you'll find solace as I use your flesh and soul to birth a superior race. Jeanne read the words I wrote with a straight face. You saw them in a dream? I didn't dream, I heard them, I replied. She was sitting by my bed. You say he stole a bit of your soul, then you exploded? Jeanne repeated, very patiently. I nodded. I think a connection between your minds was forged due to that, she said after pondering for a while. Jimena stormed inside the room. A bandage covered most of her forehead. What the fuck you did? No, I know. You fucking burst almost all the mana inside you. But how? What were those words? She said words before exploding? Jeanne asked. Creepy gibberish words, Jimena replied. Man, I don't know if I'm actually suited for this shit. I'm just great at parties. Jeanne got up and ran downstairs, with a distressed look on her face. I tried to go after her, but Jimena stopped me. Don't, you're still pretty wounded. Like a cartoon character noticing it was walking on air. Just then I realized my body hurt, sharp spots of pain all over, like I was full of cuts. We got lots of them. You made all the glass from a bank explode in tiny little pieces, you know? Cert, or whoever was that fucker, was covered in lots of debris. He had to flee the scene all bloodied and fucked up, Jimena explained. She sounded scared, but pleased. Before I could process all this information, I heard Multiplier's voice over a speaker. She was walking around the house, repeating the same warning over and over. We're in complete lockdown. Everyone who knows a protection spell is requested to come to the main floor and help fortifying the mansion. I repeat, we're in complete lockdown. The things that crawl between worlds have been awakened. I'm not mad at you. I'm proud. You were able to survive encountering a god. Master and I were cuddling in her bed. I think it was later the same day, but most of our memories get blurry as I try to recount them, like trying to hold water in your hands for too long. I'd rather think everything I lived with her was a forbidden treasure. What do you mean a god? A god? I thought there was only one god. Nowadays, you can say that, but there was a time before he ascended to absolute power, where the gods lived among humans, having children with mortals and such. They were all banned or annihilated as soon as the god reached supremacy. Some accepted to work under him too. Are you a god that lived among humans? I asked, using my fingertips to draw imaginary lines on her face and create constellations with her freckles. I wish, babe, she smiled sadly. Lately, some banned gods are coming back. Why? Why won't the god do anything about them? That's because he abandoned this planet centuries ago. Master said such terrible words, like she was stating the color of the sky, obvious and undeniable. Don't you think it's scary? In a sense, maybe, but you're looking at the half-empty glass. Being a human on Earth has been challenging at all times, but don't you think things are slightly better lately? I mean, everyone is depressed as fuck, but mostly depressed in comfortable houses and not starving. Not starving reminded me of the dream I had with her walking in the desert. She died for many reasons, starvation included. This made me abruptly hug her tighter. What? She seemed to be having fun with my sudden urge to embrace her. I didn't mean to peek, but I had a dream about you, an old and sad dream where you crossed a desert. You died and got up again dozens of times, I explained with an apologetic tone. Her face was gloomy for a while, then she smiled. Of course you don't mean to peek, silly. How the hell would you even intentionally dream of that? I didn't dare asking her if it had been real, but her reaction told me everything I could possibly want to know. I decided to change the subject, but unfortunately, I'm not the best conversation maker. So, you dated Red Dragon last year? I instantly regretted my question. We'd been together for just around a month and not official at all. Why I had to talk about her ex? Master laughed with gusto. Oh, she told you? Or someone else? It's true, we had a fling, but decided we were better off as friends. She then looked me in the eyes. One can say I'm really, really old, Sammy. Yeah, how old are you? I couldn't resist interrupting and asking this in a playful tone. Let's say I'm as old as the last time I tried to destroy my body. Among other things, this means I dated a lot of people. Are you comfortable with that? I'm fine with anything when it comes to you, I replied, and I truly meant it. My feelings for Master weren't a mere infatuation, but deep, genuine devotion. I'll follow you anywhere, you know? She kissed my forehead. We got a good thing going here, Sammy. Let us enjoy while this lasts, before you regret saying such things. Every night I saw Master and the others off, then joined Troyfall for my nightly lessons. After my meeting with Cert, twins decided it was crucial that I start learning spells. It doesn't have to be anything difficult, just enough to help you control your next burst of energy, she said. Troyfall became my teacher because she would be home every night anyway, since her powers are not the most fitting for a fight. Besides, she's one of the most knowledgeable ones when it comes to casting protection magic. But can't you trap people inside bad memories? I asked. Isn't that good for combat? It would be if Cert wasn't using mindless minions, she sighed. A lot of people have been sucked dry of themselves lately, you know? The saddest part is during the daytime they act completely normal and harmless, but they're not in control anymore. They have nothing inside. Troyfall seemed particularly mad that we were at war. Siren Song's power was perfect for combat, so it was the first time she and her best friend had to be apart. Okay, first of all, I need you to close your eyes and breathe deeply. Empty your mind. If you ever meditated, it's like that. I'm guiding you. Forget everything besides yourself, and my voice exists. I did my best to calm my mind and let go of all my thoughts. Keep breathing. Listen to it. Listen to your heartbeat. Imagine how it must be inside your body, your red cells peacefully floating. Just like your blood, something else flows within you. Concentrate on it. I want you to imagine it as a silver mist streaming through your entire being. I obeyed. Soon, I could visualize very clearly little clouds of shiny gray substance. Now I want you to shape it like a bullet or an arrow, whatever you feel more comfortable with. Eyes still closed, I created a little projectile inside my mind. Now, and that's the hardest part, I want you to extend your hand and imagine you're shooting your lump of energy at me. Don't worry about hurting me or making a mess. I cast a protective spell on me and plenty on the house. You have to imagine it very vividly. It is happening. It's fine if you need a command word to condition yourself, but it is happening. Have conviction. I felt something brushing against my fingers, something slightly sticky, but immaterial. Great, you managed to materialize it, Troyfall cheered. Now actually fire it. I opened my eyes to aim and watched in terror as my little bullet ruptured an invisible surface midair and hit Troyfall right in the face. That's how we learned my magic somehow can penetrate magic barriers. After that, it was a long night of apologizing and trying to make sense of what I did, all while Jian was tending to Troyfall. Magic wounds take longer to heal, Jian explained. Please refrain from asking your students to attack you, Cass. I had no idea my student was this powerful, Joan of Arc, Troyfall, Cass replied. She was in a bad mood. Of course she's powerful, Troyfall. She managed to scratch Cert. You know no human ever done it, Jian replied, while tending to her wounds. She was a little grumpy too. Sam, go fetch me a bottle of peroxide in the powder room downstairs. Since my first night at the mansion, I've been missing 3 girls I had seen happily talking in the main hall before the initiation ceremony. One had blue eyes, really short dark brown hair, and seemed to be very physically strong. The second had a medium bob with pink ends and big round glasses. and the third was a cute Asian with really shiny hair. They all wore cloaks both times, but they were different from the capes that twins or Hamina used. I was rushing down the stairs when I encountered the three of them going up. "Hey," I greeted them. "I haven't seen you girls in a while. Let's have lunch together one of these days." They just stared at each other and nodded awkwardly. "Who are you talking to, Sam?" Twins surprised me by the end of the stairs. I didn't know she was back home. I don't know their names, but those three I only saw at the entrance ceremony. One has blue eyes and really short hair. Oh, fuck. We've been messing with the lines between this place and the other worlds too much. Did I do something wrong? You didn't, but you just saw 3 people who died 4 years ago.